Okay, so when last we left off, you guys decided to go to the caverns. You were going to take with you Captain Thema, who is one of the Lormians. You were all going to take with you Dr. Emmett Sherman, and you're also going to take with you Dr. Sia.
Is Dr. Thema's name first name Sabubafu?
It's Captain Thema, and no, she is not Zubumafu. She is actually female, so you know she's not Zubumafu.
One of them could be.
None of us are
Don't
humans.
bring
How
up
do you know?
Sabumafu. It's a ancient show, one, and two, it's very against the
Are there
prime
any
directive.
concerns? Are there any concerns about this group?
What group?
The people that you're bringing with you?
Nope.
No.
Are we
Thema
all?
seems like a friend.
Yes, she is a Lormian.
Are we all going over to investigate, or?
That's my understanding. That's
Okay.
where you're heading.
There wasn't anything else
So
anybody really had
yep.
to do, or it didn't crash land here.
Yeah.
Wait, did
And
we
he's
crash?
hiding.
Not here.
You kind of crashed, but there wasn't any
But
permanent damage to
Okay.
the ship.
we're not like stranded.
No, you're
It's
we're
not like before when
stranded.
we.
I thought I did land terribly.
Yeah, and
You
also
didn't 100% suck.
my
Having a bad
character
landing
is
isn't necessarily-
invisible, and none of the Lormians nor the human scientists know that I'm here.
It might
So
have.
far, that is correct.
Could I possibly like,
We know that.
as
you care.
security, just like
True.
be in the back and just making sure that you're at least in front of me, or like staying close to me? That way we can make sure no one bumps into you.
We can lock in like a
Like-
diamond formation.
That would be too suspicious. We need to just make it casual. If I just
We can
said,
just say it's protocol.
if
Oh,
I as security just take up the back, that's not gonna raise suspicion. Plus, I'll be able to like know at least that you're in front of us, and like no one's gonna bump into you.
We can just say it's a
Diamond
formation.
Oh, shut up! No, don't say that. Especially to your
So-
mother.
What?
So as we're starting to walk out, I'll just kind of like touch your shoulder
We're
so
out,
you know
not
where
in
I
character
am.
yet, James. It's fine.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
to like, just to make sure we don't have any more surprises.
Like little brothers.
Okay.
How are
Anyway.
we communicating this in game though?
We're not. We
It's
haven't
just some-
started yet.
We have started, and it's
We're
just something that
streaming it
I'm
at any rate.
We're streaming,
Right.
but we're still out of character. That's what I
Are
meant.
we?
No, I was just
then
I
how
was just thinking
does
I'll just
people
take up
know
the rear.
to do what she
You
said?
should not be out of character in any case.
Oh,
I just turned to you guys
I'm
and
tired.
say I'll just take up the rear as security to make sure no one bumps into each other or anything.
that seems legit.
Oh. And
No one bumps
I'll
into
notice
anyone.
that she's walking a couple paces behind the person in front of her, and I'll just kind of tap her shoulder as I try to walk just a pace in front of her. Because I see what she's doing.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
she
then,
gives like a curt nod.
Hey, Dad.
yes.
How long is my surgery? Is the surgery I got for my ridges and spots permanent or?
No, it's quite reversible. I
that
forgot who's the Denobulan. You also have had constructive surgery to make you look human.
I did.
Yeah, you did. Otherwise, everybody last week would have been like, "Hey, why do you look different? So different."
Sim just like suddenly takes out her ponytail. What do you mean? I'm a total human.
You'd have to cover up your entire face.
Just- What do you mean? I'm a
moving on.
perfectly normal human.
All right.
Some humans come in. Some humans come in.
Okay, stop.
All right. So, who's leading the way?
I will.
All right.
I mean, I thought it would have been the person that's gonna inspect said sciencey things, but
Okay, so the source of the energy emissions that harm the planet come from a location 5 kilometers beneath the surface. And you scan the area and you find an entrance to a series of natural caverns leading to the energy source. Did you guys bring flashlights with you?
If
Yes.
Are those in the packs? From the
we are going,
there are little packs on the shuttlecraft.
Okay.
do we want to use momentum or like just logic it out by like, of course, so we'd have something as simple as that.
Well, I mean, I would think
if we do say, of course, we would have something as simple as that. That's
I say a
totally-
flashlight should be built into the medical tricorder.
You could certainly turn on your tricorders and use them as a light source.
I know I have a medical tricorder with me, able to light up.
Mhm.
Does it light up enough for
experience of
everybody,
that.
or is it more of a little
It's-
personal
In
thing?
one of my
More,
previous lives, I
it-
would-
it's-
Also, wouldn't the Lormiums themselves have?
No, they have because they're more like
If you're
lemurs. They
using-
have bigger eyes that help them to see dark.
If you're using the tricorders as your light source, they are kind of like little pin lights that are generally, the purpose of them is to cast a light on someone's face so that they
Right.
can be seen into the tricorder. So you can use those lights, but they're not
very
bright lights. But
Well,
they
that's
get you
what
through. But
that's what my character has,
Mhm.
and I'm assuming the other characters
Wait.
have other lights.
Nobody has to spend a momentum to say they have a tricorder with them. That's very
Wait.
standard.
Well, I'm.
So we
a
all
tricorder.
so if we all have tricorders with us,
Yes.
would that make a better light?
What if they want to see the tricorders?
That's a good point.
Okay, let's get the flashlights.
We brought flashlights with us.
All right. You have the palm-sized flashlights that will very well light up where you're going and where you're sitting. So you guys are walking through these caverns, and all of a sudden, you guys start to hear a rumbling. James, you said you were taking the lead. I'd like a reason and science or insight and security. Please. Going to be a difficulty of 2.
Reason plus what? Science?
Reason plus science or insight plus security.
Target 15.
All right. Did you roll 2 dice?
No, I.
Here. Pick good sparkly blue. But give it back.
Just made it.
All right.
15.
You got 2 successes?
1 success.
All right. So you're not able to notice the unstable area
You
and
actually.
warn your companions about it. So everyone is caught in a cave-in, and everyone now must make a daring or control plus security, difficulty of 2. So all of you are walking. You just entered the cave. You've walked a little further in the cave. You guys start hearing a rumbling, and you're not really warned. All of a sudden, rocks just start coming tumbling down.
So we each,
I'm
have,
great at taking the lead.
we each have to make it separate.
I'm taking the lead
Yes,
after this.
everybody has to make a daring plus
Daring plus what?
daring or control plus security.
That's the same exact thing.
Ooh,
I have 1 success.
Oh
Well,
shit!
you need 2 successes.
I have 2 successes,
Wait, no.
barely, but yes, 2.
Can I have a dice that someone hasn't rolled yet?
I have 1 success.
Can I have a dice that someone?
Dice is plural, die is singular.
Alright.
As the diving
That's
cast.
not good.
All right. Anyone who doesn't make it has to take 3 points of stress.
Alright. And do we ever figure out if it's you bubble your way up or bubble down?
Well,
It
basically,
doesn't matter. You what?
Dad
How?
says it doesn't matter, but it depends on what you mean. Basically, basically the number you have of stress, where you take any, doesn't ever go above that.
Do you know what your do you know what your total stress is supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay. Just as long as you know that, it doesn't matter if you're adding up
Hey, Dad.
or you're subtracting down. When you reach that, you get an injury, which means you fall to the ground, clutching your whatever part was injured, and you can't do anything until you get healing.
Right.
Nolani, take the lead, please. I just had an owie.
Me too.
All right.
Something funny over there.
Anyway, I'm
leading
wondering
now.
I heard like a
Kevin?
laugh or
Kevin?
something. Okay.
Or whatever. What was your out of character? What was your name again?
You don't remember it, did you? We spent a childhood together.
You call
my
him
name is
Kemen.
Kemen.
His full name is Kemen Zapp, but you know him as Kemen.
Oh,
Kevin?
Kevin,
I'm
I
taking
didn't
the
come up
lead
with
now.
an old last name.
Just
Understood, Nolani.
All right. So you guys get up. Several of you have broken noses, torn uniforms. You're not looking good. You just had a boulder land on most of you. And
Oh, I knew that was coming.
you guys realize pretty quickly that all of these caverns, I mean, they're all caverns. They all look pretty similar. There's lots of turns, lots of ways to get lost. So what is your plan going to be to keep track of how you're going in and how you're coming out?
Don't the lemurs know?
The lemurs have never been down here. Neela said she didn't really. I mean, have you been in the cavern that's 20 miles away from here? None of
Is
these
the cavern
people.
20 miles away from here?
I don't know. They're probably. But
I've been
unless
in
your
the
hobby
caves
happens to be spelunking. I mean, she is very good.
I've been in the caves in Kentucky south of here.
Well, great. But
Parts of them.
in any
They never
case, no.
fully explored yet.
There's no guide?
Neitha has not been in these caverns.
All right.
we just established
Well,
that.
My previous life, I was a cat. And
Yeah.
I can see very well in the dark because of that.
No.
So you're saying that we need to
Change
try and
that
carve our
way.
own not
Okay,
I thought
We can make marks on
What?
the walls.
You're gonna make marks on the walls. Okay.
Yep.
So what skill do you think that's going to be? What
I don't know.
what
Just
ability?
make a little scorch mark with
Well,
the
yeah.
razor.
But in order to keep track of the scorch marks and come up with a pattern and label these scorch marks correctly, what ability and skill do you think apply to that?
control and science.
What?
Science?
What did you
Well, I
say?
mean, because it's like directions and stuff.
Oh, I suppose.
I was thinking
Control
more reason and
plus
science.
engineering sounds much better.
Yeah, I would think reason and science because you're
Even though
you're keeping track of your direction while underground.
So reason and science.
That's what I think.
Okay. Reason and science. Go ahead.
So
Now
you
this
have-
this is going to be an extended task. It's going to be a magnitude of 3, so you've got to get 3 breakthroughs. This is going to have a resistance of 1, which means every time you generate work, one work goes away, and the difficulty is 2.
All right.
So if you're ready to make your first roll,
I already forgot what we said. Reason plus science.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have
is it
11 of a reason plus
14.
science. 14.
Hang on.
13.
Yeah.
Reason plus science.
Reason plus science low. I do not do science.
Okay.
That's
So
pretty much my
You do what
background.
makes sense.
Yeah, I have a 13.
could
So
one
you have
of
the highest one.
Can I use
Are
use
they-
science plus insight instead? That's higher.
Once we already declared we're going to try to mark the walls. After we complete this segment, then you can come up with another idea to get you further in the caverns. Yes, indeed.
okay.
But you can't just throw out skills at me. You've got to say how these
Well,
skills
no,
are
she's
going
just
to.
saying. Well, she's just saying instead of
She
reason
was
plus
wondering
science,
if
she
she
could
could
use a
use
different attribute.
Insight instead of reason would.
Well, if you can think of a way that seems reasonable.
Insight.
But anyway,
I
Can
can
the
think
one-
of
well, first we're going to complete the one we already started.
Well, but so are we able to assist?
Sure, someone can assist.
Okay.
What was the highest again?
13 and
I'm 14.
I'm 13.
yeah, so both of you are
But-
13.
But
so
I think I'm pretty much out of this right now.
yeah.
He can't assist because he's.
Oh, right.
No one
right.
knows
Oh, and,
who's
uh,
there.
I just thought these caves are going to be very echoey. So if you speak, you're going to be heard.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm counting myself as pretty much out of it right now.
Okay. So assist.
Okay. You're
Classy.
just trying to move silently and not
Excuse
get
me.
lost from us.
Roll. Roll your
My
assist.
footsteps mingling
Oh!
with everyone else's
All right.
footsteps.
So you have one success.
And then she just
She
needs
just needs one.
2d20, right?
because you're actually performing.
Okay.
Monkey.
I have 2 successes here.
All right.
3
so
successes, so we
lay
get
a
down
momentum.
one momentum,
Sorry, I poked you.
and
okay.
now you're going to roll your work.
Um,
Roll 2d6 plus d6 is equal to the discipline that you used.
So
Discipline.
so
So
4 d6s.
4 plus 2. Right?
It's 2 plus your discipline. So
Yeah.
your discipline in this case
Oh.
4, so a total of 6.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
The cards can quote Shakespeare. I can sing about musicals, okay?
Okay, 4s and 3s get taken out.
Now,
Okay.
Alright.
2 6s, 2 5s, and
That
1.
is-
now, do you want to spend any of your momentum toward your work? You can spend momentum to do additional work. You can spend a momentum to get rid of the 1 resistance, or you can spend a momentum to re-roll any one of your dice.
What exactly does the resistance do? I don't understand.
The resistance just means whatever work total she's rolled, it's going to be -1.
Okay. So we
So-
can use a momentum to get rid of that
I have
resistance.
2 6s, 2 5s, and a 1.
2 6s, 2 5s, and a 1.
I
Okay.
forget.
So that means you have 4 effects, but before we get to effects, I need to know if you're spending any momentum. Are you spending any momentum?
How many resistance
Well-
are there?
What are the effects for this cast?
The effect is going to be if you roll every effect is going to be an extra work, and one of the effects is going to be to ignore the resistance.
Okay.
So you rolled what's your total and how many effects?
2 6s, 2 5s,
That's 4 effects.
4 effects, and a 1.
A 1, so that's 5 total work with 4 effects. You understand?
So you use one of the effects to cancel out the resistance.
Right.
And then the others are gonna go to like
Go to
actual
extra work.
actual progress. Okay.
Mhm.
So are we good as it is? Do we want to change anything?
So I mean, it ends up being 8 either way.
All right.
Right.
Just
So
leave
we
it.
might as well just
All
leave
right.
it as
So you've gotten to 8. How many successes did you roll?
3.
3
Well,
successes?
I rolled 2
Okay.
and then I was assisted with 1. I don't
I am
know if
helpful.
that makes a difference, but
So
it
we
was
have
3.
3 total successes, one
Yeah.
being an assist.
Okay. Now, Mary, you were going to think of a new way to also assist with finding your way through these twisty
So that you can
caverns.
use your insight, right?
Right, because That's by Hyatt. If I use insight and science, it's by Hyatt. That I have a 15. I have a 15, so that would
Have
be my
you
highest.
possibly
Well,
studied-
insight usually has to do with an individual.
What does
Well, calling commands.
What?
command has to do with?
Are
Command has
you
to do with,
perhaps in any way, is your character
telling
in any
people
way
what to do.
familiar with like exploring caves or like trying to find directions?
Follow the leader. Insight plus command. 16.
Following the lead.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
I mean, it'll keep the lemurs entertained. I mean, okay, and a more serious note.
Maybe
Have you studied like caves or like explored or like would xenobiology help in
Did
any
I
way?
say
that means
Did I already
biology having to
say-
do with like
did
DNA and
I
RNA
already-
and
No,
M
that was last time.
Of different races.
MT DNA.
Well,
I
genetics.
Alright,
You're making it sound like genetics. So xenobiology has to do with different races and comparing
the only
different
thing
races to each
I
other.
have down that I did was
You know, like
Before we
Klingons
get-
have this,
a
but
mass curative.
Oh, wait, you were
so
able
to
to
say
detect,
I
like,
did
the energy
something else.
source,
I
right?
need to use.
Right.
So we could use her as like a honing device to like be able to.
Well,
follow-
I have the scanner thing.
Hey, Dad. I have a question.
Well, were
If
you
I
able to also like feel
already
it as your?
said that
That was from the
had
ship.
done mass curative.
Oh, okay.
Because the
And
ship is
I were
alive.
to bring that up again, would that still use
But you have
my
a but
join
because of
trait?
the but can we use the scanner as
Because
like a
I
homing device? as
did
well?
already.
I don't know because James is talking with Dad.
I don't know what the Jordan trait is right now, but you don't need to worry about that. That's not going to come up this week.
Well, she has she had the scanner that was able to detect the energy source to begin with. Can
Okay.
we use that as like a homing device to be able to like?
Absolutely,
Okay.
but using a scanner is not going to be insight. Using a scanner is it's going to be
James,
Reason?
do you know anything about geology?
yes, reason.
Okay, that's 13, so that's still not bad.
I didn't use that trait
Alright.
yet. It's just
So you
Okay.
guys
there
just-
seems like there will be a more pressing matter to use that on. Out of character, of course, but
I mean, in one of your 25 lives, it wouldn't be out of the question that you study
I
like.
know.
Absolutely, one of your previous lives could be a spelunker, but let's do one thing at a time. Right now, you guys have gone through the cavern. You've made a certain way. You've made a certain progress by marking the walls, but you're still only about a third of the way through the caverns, and you've got you've got a long way to go, and the markings on the walls you're still feeling like you're getting a little lost. So you guys decide to use your tricorders, hoping that the tricorders will be able to guide you to the huge energy source. So is someone going to try to assist?
She's got a bigger number, otherwise I would totally assist.
hide the tricorders though.
What are we doing?
Can we attempt to
Reason
hide
plus
them?
Also-
science on using the
No, you cannot.
tricorders.
You cannot
Reason
use
plus
the
science?
tricorders and hide
Or
it.
insight?
You
It's
are
the
going to
same
be-
number for me,
if
but
you-
I thought we were doing.
Jay, if you use the tricorders, the lemur Captain Neela is going to see the tricorder.
Ooh.
Can't we flip it on?
Can we huddle around and say private conversation, back off, and
No.
Oh yeah,
no.
that's
good.
Okay.
No, because
Oh.
turning the tricorder on only isn't helpful. We gotta kind of like a compass. You know, we gotta walk with it, and you know.
James, you kind of think about, just everybody huddling around, but you realize that Neela, given what you've seen lemurs do in the past, will just like jump up onto a stalagmite and look down into the center of the group. They're highly inquisitive. What are you guys doing? What are you trying to hide there?
what's that thing you got in your hand?
Question?
Do you guys it's like the energy like thing like giving off like vibrations or anything that we could like sort of feel our way?
You don't have any type
Rumblings.
of telepathy, or I mean, I don't know.
I have
Like
empathy,
empathy,
but not telepathy.
No, you can't feel the energy.
Or by darn
I
it.
mean, maybe if you tried to reach out with your mind somehow, but she can only.
I have empathy, not telepathy.
Yeah, the machine definitely.
I can
doesn't
Vulcan mind
have-
meld, but
It's
somehow
not
I
a-
think if I go like this to the cave wall, it's not going to be helpful.
You can try to reach out and make
The
contact
cave does
with
not
the
have
energy.
a mind, I would think.
However, Vulcan mind melds. I mean that's putting you really, really open and out there. If the energy does have a presence to it,
I wouldn't know what I'm connecting to.
right? I mean, well, you wouldn't know what you're connecting to. But if it does have a presence to it, you might be able to make contact with it. That's something you can try.
It sounds dangerous.
If it's malevolent, yeah, it would be very, very dangerous.
Well, if
because
it's trying
that's
to-
just opening the door to your entire psyche. When you
Right,
mind
then.
meld with someone, you're opening yourself entirely to the other
Door
person.
once opened, can we walk through
Okay.
from either direction?
So I have a focus in geology. I forget what exactly does focus do.
Focus means everything that you roll is automatic. If you roll a success, it's a 1 and it counts twice. Everything you roll
Okay.
is a crit.
So I have a focus in geology,
Mm-hmm.
and Sim knows where I am.
Okay.
And so what I'm thinking about is, since I see that we've kind of stopped.
Yeah.
You see that they have stopped and they're fluttering, and
But-
you can just look at the rocks and tell when you're going deeper or not.
Right, and so I think I can get us a little further. So I want to kind of like tug on her arm a little bit and try to get her to lead the group,
Okay.
and try to lead them a little bit further in my geology focus.
All right, we're
So I guess that would be
And
like
still using the reason and science, I guess.
which
My
it would
question
force
is,
me to do like assist.
Would lemurs get a roll against that?
yes, we're going to have to do an opposed roll here.
Okay.
See if they notice
So-
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm
They
thinking
probably
the
freak
Gandalf
out.
approach.
Am I able to
We'll
assist,
sit here and decide which way seems the best.
Am I able to do an assist where I'm able to help David make it look more casual of like, oh, I think I know where to go.
I'm not thinking so. No.
Darn it.
All right.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking this is better than you doing a mind meld with whatever's out
Yeah,
there.
to be fair.
Can we just-
To be fair, I don't know what it is.
I'm
Even if it's
Thinking
not
the difficulty on this is going to be
consciously
high
malevolent,
because
it
it's
still could just
the
be so
lemurs.
powerful that
Alright,
it
you're
like
going to
blasts
do-
me open or something. I don't know
David,
what
you're
it
going
is.
to do a control plus security to
That's
try
even if I can
to
meld with it at
hide.
all.
I'm going to do an insight plus security to see if I can pick you up.
Okay,
I would
2
probably
dice.
Yep. Unless you're going to spend some momentum.
or have a focus. I mean value.
Or- I've got a value. Always remain hidden. I am
Mom.
spending 2 threat to buy 2 extra dice.
Dang.
Oh gosh. Well, actually, the prime directive is
Okay,
broken.
here's something else.
My character will stop having internal conflict.
And unfortunately, they do have a cautious trait. So
That
Well, you
What does
should-
that mean?
that means they're cautious.
what was
it's
the
like-
trait?
What is that?
176,
They notice
177.
stuff, I would think.
They notice stuff.
You get to
they-
re-roll a d20 if
They're
you're.
friendly, and I think they trust us.
I get to reroll one of my d20s.
You get to re-roll a d20 when but you're only focusing that number on one discipline when you're using the roll initially with reason and control.
You should have.
All right.
I feel like it's kind of unfair.
So,
So you didn't
like-
tell us that ahead of time.
They are using
All right.
control.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
So
Should I go ahead?
So I got I'm gonna re-roll this one. I get roll plus or insight 9 plus security 11. I got 1, 2, 3 successes.
So
Alright. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to buy a third die in order to have a chance of even tying.
well,
I shouldn't,
aren't you using
I
a
shouldn't
focus?
have let you know ahead of time.
If
you're
I
using a
tie, do
focus-
I win the tie?
No,
or
if you're-
The active player wins the tie, so I'm the one looking. If you tie, I win.
But if he's using a focus, he gets an automatic crit, right?
Yes.
And he's using his geology focus.
So that means that like every success is gonna be 2, right?
Alright, so I unfortunately had only 1 success, and I also had 120.
Oh, you get to re-roll.
So the 1 success is 2 successes, but I also had a 20.
She screeches, jumps into the air, and yells that there is a ghost grabbing Sim's shoulder. She's just screeching over and over again like a chimp.
Oh, that's right.
She's gonna
can I
throw
use
a rock in your
He's not
direction.
using his.
Can I use negotiations to stop this?
You can.
It's one
Can
of
I-
my
no,
focus.
I have diffused the tension.
That would be that would be her job to try to talk her down.
Okay.
First, I've got to see. You've got to get out of the way. She's going to try to attack you
So now,
melee.
So-
Immediately, right?
Mhm. But this is going to be.
How many dice do I roll to try to get out of the way? The 2?
Yeah, I would say it'd be like fitness and
Well, I mean, I forget if it's 2 or 1.
well,
Wait, this
2
sucks.
because you're performing the
Let's
action.
go.
1 if you're assisting.
Here, let me see your.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's right. There's a conflict reference right in front of me.
It's kind of awesome that we have these. I didn't realize that those came with the screen, but they're worth it.
This one doesn't have it on it.
I'm going to use
Why-
this moment while you guys are trying to figure out rules
It
and
doesn't
stuff
have one
to
on
use
it.
restroom as well.
Oh,
that's good. That's
where I-
both do good things. Excuse me?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
As a counselor, I cannot tell you not to take your antidepressants. That is definitely something I would approve of. I can't prescribe them. But I
All
can
right,
help.
David. Does it
Fine.
have
Do
the
that.
list that starts with choose your character, choose your?
Meds have to be
Does it
prescribed
have
by a psychiatrist.
What are you talking about?
They have an MD.
the combat list?
I don't know if that's still how it works.
Hang on, I will have it in 2 seconds. Talk amongst yourself. Start.
Combat actions, net actions,
I
net
thought-
tasks,
I thought regular.
attacks and damage.
Attacks and damage. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
So melee is range is control plus security.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. It says usually it's a difficulty of 2, right?
Yes.
It would be a difficulty of 3
And,
because he's
Plus one
invisible.
difficulty if there's an enemy within reach of the attacker. Complication range increased by 1 if there are creatures within reach of the target.
Mhm.
Complication may indicate that a different target is struck by the attack.
Uh,
I mean, I'm definitely standing next to Sim.
Well, she's not a combatant though. She's not attacking anyone.
But wouldn't it be?
All right, give me the attribute and discipline again.
It is control plus security.
Control plus security is 2, which is 9. And okay, she gets 1 success. But no, she 1 success.
All right, and then what do I need to?
You don't actually oppose or you only oppose if it's melee. So the rock. Wait, no, it would have been the difficulty of 2. because you're invisible, right? It starts off as a difficulty of 1 or a difficulty of 2.
It starts as a difficulty of 2.
Alright, so she only got 1 success. She misses you. But
Okay.
she's still really freaking out, but now it's your turn. And Sim, you're going to try to calm her down. You have a value that applies here, right?
Um,
About ghosts are.
I have a talent. Diffuse attention, bonus D20 when convincing someone not to be violent.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay, and nothing else seems to really fit.
Let's go to
None of my focuses seem to fit here.
Bring up somewhere in
Your
that
values.
ghosts are incorporeal.
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 Alright, that's an insight plus reason or command.
Okay, insight plus.
Well, reason's still an attribute.
Oh, sorry, so insight plus command.
Insight plus command. That is 14.
Alright. Are you gonna
What are you saying exactly?
Well, we'll figure that out if I succeed. Okay, I got 2 successes and a 20.
You managed to calm her
20.
down. And but she wants to know who's there.
There was a 20 in there.
Oh, there was a 20?
Yeah.
Can I re-roll that 20?
No, that's okay, because the complication goes to me anyway, because I was going to throw a complication in there anyway. She wants to know who's there. She knows that someone is there.